Do you want to dominate life and create a world where you call the shots? Well, it all starts with one thing: confidence. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to build confidence. See, confidence, it's not a feeling, it's not hype, it's a habit, it's a discipline, and it's a choice. And the biggest thing about confidence, it all starts with you keeping your word to yourself. See, without confidence, your family, the one that you're leading, hopefully, trying to anyway, without confidence, you cannot effectively lead them. Think about a commander going into the battlefield, right? He's got the troops behind him, he's on the front lines with them. But if he is losing heart, his troops, you guessed it, they're also going to be losing heart. And with you, you might not have your troops, but you've got your family, and you're right on the front lines of your family. So you've got to gain as much confidence as you can have. The Bible says it this way: let your yes be yes and your no be no. So let's look into that a little bit more. Ask yourself this question: are you keeping your word to yourself? Are you keeping your word to others? Like when you tell yourself, I'm going to get up at 5 a.m., I'm going to do a cold plunge, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to push it to the point where when I leave the gym, I'm sore, I'm tired, but no matter what, how I feel physically, mentally, I feel awesome because I pushed it as hard as I could push it. I gave it my all. Like if you want to gain more confidence in your life, try this. Next time you go to work, give it your best and don't expect anyone else to give you a thank you when you're done. Start to live with the spirit of excellence, putting your best into every single thing that you do. Step by step, brick by brick, and discipline by discipline, you will build confidence. Confidence will become part of your character when you start to live this way. And it gets deeper than this. There's a story I want to tell you about myself. A while back, I went to one of these events where these coaches online, and they're like, "Hey, come to the event. You're going to learn all this cool stuff." And I went, and I had a great time when it was just the presenter, and I was taking notes, and there was like 1,000 people in the room, and it felt cool. I was getting motivated. But here's the thing: after that, you could do the VIP, which was a smaller group, and it was dinner together, and it was a lot more money to do the VIP, obviously, right? So I'm like, you know what? I believe that I need to do this. It's going to push me. So I did it. I paid the fee. I went to the dinner, and when I got to the dinner, I felt so uncomfortable. I felt out of place. I felt like the biggest loser. I realized that I was the smallest fish out of everyone there. So you know what I did? I did maybe what you wouldn't expect after paying all that money. I literally turned around and walked myself right out of the room. I walked down the street. I found an empty bench on the city street. I want to say that this was in Florida. They had this event in Orlando. So I'm sitting there in Orlando on the side of on a bench, and I know there's no one else I know here. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Well, I'm like, shoot, I'm gonna get something to eat. But I'm sitting there thinking. And I was like, I paid all this money and here I am sitting on this bench. I was like, this is not me. This is not who I am. So I got back up. I gathered up my courage and I forced myself to go back into that room with all those people that I thought, man, these guys are so much higher up than me in life and all this stuff, which all of that was a lie. All of that was just my mind messing with me and trying to make me play small and trying to keep me living with loser habits and a loser mentality. And I knew that wasn't me. Deep down inside, I knew I had more inside of me. And so, I knew like God put me here for a reason. He didn't put me here to make it easy on me. He put me here to stretch me so that I could grow, so that I could learn, so that I could do more for His name. But at first it started with being uncomfortable, seriously, like very uncomfortable. But I forced myself to go up, even though I felt so stupid and so small. I forced myself to talk to these other people who like made more money than me, who had accomplished things, who probably had more confidence than me at the time. But here's the deal. I decided that day that I was going to build brick by brick and I was never going to give up. And you want to know something? Because I didn't give up on myself, it feels absolutely amazing today. And now I want everybody to feel amazing, because you know what? You deserve to feel amazing. And you want to know something else? You don't only deserve to feel amazing and to feel confident and to feel like you're just crushing it at life, but every other person that you're looking at started somewhere. And you know what? They didn't start where they were at. You're seeing at their level 10. They started down here at level 0, just like you. So don't ever look around at other people and say to yourself, well, I'm not as good as them. I'm not as smart as them. I'm not as good of a speaker as them. Look at it this way. You have everything you need right now to move forward, just like they did when they were in your shoes. Because whether you believe it or not, they were in your shoes. But confidence, it works just like this. So next time you're in a situation where you are feeling uncomfortable and you want to close off and you want to just go hide in a corner, you want to go run down the street and sit on a bench by yourself, I'll tell you right now, don't do it. Don't listen to that small part of your brain that wants to keep you safe and comfortable, because that's the part of your brain that is lacking the confidence. Don't listen to that one. Listen to the side of you that knows that everything that you want in life is on the other side of uncomfortable. So put yourself into the fire. The bigger fire, the better. For example, the other day I was at the store and I was standing in line and I was like, I noticed a couple came in. They were older than me, maybe in their 60s. They both had something unique going on. They had orange shirts. And I thought to myself, dude, that's crazy. Like, why are they both wearing orange shirts? So I was just like, boom, it's go time. I asked them, like, hey guys, like, why do you both have orange shirts on? Am I missing something here? Am I supposed to have an orange shirt on too? And they smiled and kind of looked at each other like, okay. They're like, well, we're going to a softball game for my granddaughter. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's so cool. Like, you guys are the coolest grandparents ever. You're supporting the orange team. You got the orange shirts on. You're going together. It's a great experience. I said, like, what makes you like do this stuff? Like, what makes you support your granddaughter so much? And the husband, then he was like, yeah, I used to be a coach and I coach sports and stuff like that. And then I was like, oh, really? So do you coach your granddaughter too and stuff? And he was like, no, I don't do that. I'm retired. So I just go to watch. So listen, it started a great conversation. This is the whole point. They were smiling. I was smiling. We were having a great time. So just choosing to go into the uncomfortable feeling of talking to a stranger and deciding that you're going to make their life better in that moment by showing them that someone cares about them. So right now, you might have something that you're facing. Is it uncomfortable for you to encourage your wife? Is it uncomfortable for you to encourage your children? Because sometimes you feel like, I'm not the kind of person that can encourage other people. I'm the one that needs encouraged. But here's the deal. Start looking outside of yourself, putting out that extra effort into other people, and watch your courage grow. So, are you going to stop lying to yourself and step up? The choice is yours.